Hi folks, welcome to another edition of From the Mayor's Desk. Normally we go straight into what happened at the latest council meeting, but I'd like to just give you an update to start off with about the progress and process for you, the community, to express views on whether Whyalla should have a dry zone or not. Won't go into the details, you've heard about it, you know it's happening. I just want to encourage you to make sure you do participate in the survey. The survey that we've got running goes through till around about April the 23rd, so you've got plenty of time. You can go into it digitally, hard copy, but it's all about council gathering sufficient evidence-based information for us to take the matter further. It will be a 4 to 6 month process. There is no quick fix to the issues that Whyalla has at the moment related to alcohol consumption and behavioural issues. You do need to be part of this. We want the maximum amount of people in the community to respond, to provide us with the information that we can go further. Now, I can say categorically, Council has no preconceived idea or view of whether there should be a citywide dry zone or anything else. We need your information, so please participate in that survey. There is a lot of communication going out there on our socials. Also, this week and next week, we have some pop-ups throughout the city where elected members are attending that if you want to ask more questions, you can. Now, this week, Tuesday the 25th, between 12 or noon and 2 p.m, we'll have elected members at Espresso Cafe, Westland Shopping Centre, Thursday the 27th of March, this Thursday between 5 and 7, so catering for different time spans when you might be available. And then April 3rd, back at Westland Shopping Centre, 5 to 7 again, focusing on the evening trade there. And on Friday the 4th of April at Mint Cafe, 9 to 11 a.m, when everyone's coming in for their coffee in the morning. So you've got plenty of opportunities to have a chat with elected members about the dry zone and what you should do as far as helping Phill out. But please, a lot more information will be coming out. A very important survey to be involved in. Council has taken the initiative to lead on this issue because we know there are members of the community getting quite anxious about some of the issues. We are certainly working with it to get all the other agencies involved so that we know what information we can then take to the government for additional support. Now, getting back to the council meeting, the one that I love to talk about every quarter is the local purchases that council makes. Again, in our quarterly report, a total of 1,200 purchase orders raised for goods, works and services for the December quarter. 765 were local, 432 non-local. Of that, the total value was around about $3.8 million. The local spend of that money was just over $2 million. Council very committed where it can to spend the money locally. And every quarter that I raise these figures, I'm pretty sure the local spend is always greater than outside Whyalla. And I know people come to say, well, what does council spend the money on? Here's just a small list: concrete footpath programs and general concreting, maintenance, our grounds here where we are now at Grundle Street, we have to maintain our grounds. The Fauna Park demolition and remediation recently, that was all done by locals. Line marking and line marking maintenance, fuel supplies, leisure centre repairs, the Norrie Nicholson traffic signal repairs and maintenance, general building and garden maintenance, of course, at all our playgrounds, tree removals, painting, septic collection, yes, certain areas septic collection, asbestos sampling, waste treatment, childcare centre fencing, and that's just for starters. So that gives you a bit of an idea of how we are trying to do our bit to ensure as much spend as possible stays in Whyalla. There is also a report, won't touch on it, I've gone too long now probably talking about issues so far, but you'll find a very good report there on how we are flying high with our runway upgrade. And by, I reckon, April the 6th, you will see the nighttime work starting with the asphalting of the entire runway. A lot of preliminary work being done now. The building of a mobile asphalt plant out in the industrial area, an incredible sight to see. So that's all in the council report. There is also quite a detailed report, and I've got read this because it's a long name. It's a Cuttlefish Coast Visitor Experience Infrastructure Plan. It's been endorsed by Council in principle. What does it mean for the future? Well, it means that we need to chase state and federal money. It can only ever be achieved by that. It covers both short and long term. If you look at it and you go to the long term section of the report, you'll think, wow, well, we've got a long way to go before we get there. But there is some very urgent, essential work. We've got no choice. The cuttlefish are on our doorstep. We've got to look after them. Council believes we have spent a lot of ratepayers' money so far in the protection of the cuttlefish and the thousands of visitors that are going there every year. We've got to ramp that up. There is more required to be done, and we will certainly be chasing federal and state government. It's a national heritage. We believe state and federal have to do a lot more and work with us. So a lot of work ahead there, but it's a plan in principle, and it can take us forward to an attraction that will be equal to anything in the world. There's another very detailed report there. We have a report in every council meeting about what is happening in the community, different services. Read that, and I always say, I guarantee you'll learn something different about council. I better go, run way over time, but for those of you who are genuinely interested, you want to know what's going on in council, go to our website, go to the agenda, just scroll through, read the bits you're interested in, and you'll certainly see what council is doing for our ratepayers. Till next time, cheers.